Renting a car can be a necessity for various reasons, whether it's for a family vacation, a business trip, or simply providing transportation for someone who doesn't have their own vehicle. But what happens if you need to rent a car for someone else? Is it possible? And what are the steps involved? In this video, we'll explore the guidelines and processes for renting a car for another person, including how to add additional drivers to the rental agreement. Is it possible to rent a car for someone else? The answer to this question, for the most part, is both yes and no. Most companies will not allow you to rent a car for someone else outright, but they will allow you to add an additional driver to your own rental. In order to rent a car for someone else, there are specific procedures and policies that must be followed to ensure the rental agreement is valid and that both you and the other driver are covered by any insurance purchased. Guidelines for renting the car for someone else. Primary renter and additional drivers. The person who rents the car is referred to as the primary renter and is responsible for the rental agreement. They must meet the rental company's requirements, including age, driver's license, and credit card criteria. The primary renter can add additional drivers to the rental agreement. These additional drivers must also meet the rental company's requirements. Adding additional drivers. At the time of rental, it is best to add additional drivers at the time of rental. Most rental companies will require the additional drivers to be present at the rental location with their valid driver's license. Fees. Many rental companies charge a fee for adding additional drivers. However, some companies waive this fee for spouses or domestic partners and for corporate rentals. Documentation. Additional drivers must present a valid driver's license and may need to provide additional identification. The primary renter's credit card is typically used for the deposit and any charges incurred during the rental period. Insurance and liability. Insurance coverage. The primary renter's insurance policy typically extends to additional drivers listed on the rental agreement. It is crucial to check with your insurance provider to confirm coverage. Rental company insurance. You can purchase additional insurance coverage from the rental company. This can include collision damage waiver or loss damage waiver, which can offer peace of mind if you're renting for someone else. Payment and responsibility. Credit card. The primary renter's credit card is used for the initial deposit and any rental charges. The primary renter remains financially responsible for the rental vehicle, including any damages or additional fees incurred. Responsibility. Although the additional driver can legally operate the rental car, the primary renter remains responsible for any infractions, damages, or fees associated with the rental. Steps to renting a car for someone else. Choose a rental company. Select a rental company that allows the addition of multiple drivers. Most major rental companies like Hertz, Enterprise, and Avis offer this option. Reserve the car. Make a reservation in the name of the primary renter. Ensure that the vehicle meets the needs of the additional driver. Provide documentation. At the rental location, provide all necessary documentation, including the primary renter's credit card and driver's license, as well as the additional driver's license. Add additional drivers. Inform the rental agent that you want to add additional drivers to the rental agreement. The additional drivers should be present to sign the agreement and provide their driver's licenses. Review the agreement. Carefully review the rental agreement, including fees, insurance options, and the responsibilities of both the primary renter and additional drivers. Complete the rental. Once all documentation is provided and the agreement is signed, you can complete the rental process. The additional drivers will now be authorized to drive the rental vehicle. Conclusion. Renting the car for someone else is possible and can be a convenient solution for various situations. By understanding the rental company's policies and ensuring all necessary steps are followed, you can ensure a smooth process. Always remember to check insurance coverage and be aware of any additional fees associated with adding drivers to the rental agreement. For the latest information and specific policies, it's always best to visit the rental company's official website or contact their customer service.